Liam Gallagher's real name. Be then, now, then, here. What's it called?
Someday you will find me caught beneath a landslide in a podcast supernova in the sky. This is the Podcast. I'm Adam. This is Josh, and this is Tom, and we're the boys on the road to see Oasis live at Wembley in 2025.
Right, here we are, boys. I've got something a bit special for you today. Something a bit different. And actually, if you're lucky enough, this could be yours. I don't know if that's registering on the camera. I'm going to put that there. Because what we've actually got is the first Mad For It quiz about Oasis. So without any further ado, I'm just going to get started. You're silent in shock.
Can I ask you, this is for the winner, or is this a forfeit to
right,
lose?
yeah, let me, this is a forfeit.
None of us like it.
So the loser has to down it because this was our least popular one on our previous episode. So if you haven't seen that, obviously you go and watch that. But I can see your lips looking pretty excited to
That's
get
a bad
that
forfeit.
One of us is going swimming. And we're going to get a drink afterwards.
Right, Oasis quiz. First quiz on the Mad For It podcast. Just going to jump straight in. What was Oasis's original name?
Beach.
Gonna need an answer from both of you.
The Beehive.
The Rain.
Oh, I said the.
You really want
half a point, half a point, right? That's half a point.
What do you think?
I said
well,
the
you
beach.
said beach, which is close
You said beach. I said the Beehive. That's half a point.
Guess who wants to win?
That was the first.
I don't want to drink that.
Right, anyway. Right, true or false? Wigsy started the band, but didn't know how to play, so Bonehead taught him bass.
True.
Do I have to say false then?
No, you can say what you want.
I think true as well.
All right, it's true.
Yeah.
Yes.
Which song was not on Definitely Maybe? Digsy's Diner, Slide Away, some might say Columbia.
Some might say.
Yeah, some might say, isn't it? Correct.
What does Mr. Sifter sell in Shaker Maker? Is it songs, jewellery, fizzy pop, or crisps? And I can repeat the question if we want to be a little clearer on
Fizzy
things.
pop, I think.
He's going with fizzy pop.
Songs.
Songs is correct.
Fizzy pop.
Fizzy pop. What would that
I've never
rhyme
listened-
with?
I've never listened to Oasis.
We're on top drinking fizzy pop.
Who signed Oasis?
Oh. Alan McGee.
I have no idea.
Yes.
Right, GCSE Science. The process of turning gas into liquid is called what?
Oxidization?
It's got to be an
Oh,
Oasis thing, isn't
it
it?
can't be that either, can it? Because
Repeat the question.
GCSE Science. The process of turning gas into liquid is called what?
Evaporation. Oh, gas into liquid. Condensation.
I'm going to have to ask you for an answer, Adam.
I think.
Idiot, I'm an idiot.
I'm going to have to push you.
But
Gas into liquid,
it's
buddy.
gotta be
gas into
Oasis.
liquid, evaporation's liquid into gas.
I'm not asking for liquid into gas.
Can you not ask that question?
No, I can't.
Wait, it's,
Do the other
it's
question. I
Oasis
got it.
related.
It's
Oasis.
condensation. It's not Oasis related. It's a joke question.
Oh.
What's
What
Liam?
did I say?
You said the
I
right
got it right.
condensation.
Fuck.
Liam Gallagher's real name. Liam Gallagher's real name is what?
Liam
Mark.
Gallagher.
Mark, I'm going to have to ask.
Liam Gallagher.
It's William John Paul Gallagher.
But known as Mark,
What?
though.
He's not known as Mark. No.
What?
Yeah.
I've never heard
Oasis's first number one was what?
that.
Cigarettes and alcohol.
What you say, Josh?
Supersonic.
No, it was some might say. What number did Wonderwall reach in the charts?
2.
Wonder One.
10.
Fuck. The British charts.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Battle of Britpop. Blur's Country House was up against what in the battle for the charts?
Oh.
What song? What
Country-
Oasis
it
song?
was up against was it wasn't Rock and Roll Star. It was
It's later than that.
it was something because Noel Gallagher says that the song that it was against wasn't really worth it. Like some might say.
Adam?
All the answers can't be some might say.
Some might say they could.
Definitely wasn't some might say.
It's a song that they consider not like the greatest of those singles.
What did you go with?
I said some might say because I can't.
All right.
Oh, this is really embarrassing, isn't
It
it?
is, yeah.
Let's just say She's Electric.
Roll with it.
It was Roll With It.
Tony McCarroll sued Oasis. How much did he sue him for? Or how much did he win? I don't know if it's one or he's sued him
Oh,
for.
come on, bad question.
Bad question.
£275,000 or something?
Are you
Great, great.
What? Go on.
An answer. That's good.
I
It's
was
good to
going
hear
to
an
say
answer.
£250,000 because that was somewhere in
275, 250?
Yeah.
It was $500,000.
Oh,
So you
okay,
are-
500.
What's the story? Morning Glory goes to number 1 in January 96, 4 months after its release. How many months did it stay in the top 3?
7 months.
I'm going to say 2 months.
7 months.
Fuck me.
So,
So what was the final score then?
I have no idea. Play us back.
I can't believe that. I can't believe you
Well,
You've ruined it. You fucked it.
those are the easy foundational ones.
I think I got condensation.
I'm not knowing.
Yeah, but the GCSE question was a joke.
Yeah, but I got it.
You did, yeah.
It doesn't
you did,
matter.
you
It's,
did.
it's in the quiz.
Yeah.
Imagine you got a pub quiz and someone being like, well, no, that's a joke. You don't get the point for that.
What?
The
You
deciding
get the point.
point.
I actually think you won. We'll have to go to the tape to understand. But
Who's going to drink this?
Who's it going to be funny?
you have to.
It's funny if Adam drinks
Yeah,
it.
it's funnier if Adam drinks it.
Okay.
That's why you. So you got to down that in one.
Well, I'm just going to say,
Yeah, good
well
show,
done,
guys.
well done.
Good
You know,
show.
fair play.
Yeah.
Good game.
Yeah.
good battle. Good
And to
battle.
the quizmaster himself as well. Great questions. Really
Yeah,
The
great.
questions were
Yeah.
shite. The questions were shite.
Great questions. Go on,
So
get that down, yeah.
yeah,
It has
look
to
at
be in
that.
one as well.
Yeah, look at that. Gorgeous. Nothing like
Suck
it.
down. Chill with us still. Oh,
Oh, look at that. Good form.
look at that.
Good form. Look at that. He split the O with that one. Beautiful.
That was horrible.
That's your punishment for being.
And I think our pizza's here.
Hey,
which is
look at
good,
that. What
'cause I
better
need
timing?
something to take the taste
Hey.
away.
Taste away. We might have to cut that bit out because that was so embarrassing with the lack of knowledge of Oasis.
Okay, so lads, went back home the other week, and as you know, the only Oasis album I ever had was bought for me, which was Heathen Chemistry for Christmas, and I turned my parents' house upside down trying to find this bloody thing. And my dad looking in the cupboards, couldn't find it. But what I thought might be interesting is to go through some of my musical upbringing.
Ooh.
And I only ever owned about 20 CDs,
Yeah.
but talk you through a little bit of my journey. So you can
Right.
you can see what you think of these.
I'm hoping to see a bunch of 2 for £10 stickers from
now
HMV.
44.
HMV, yeah.
HMV, yeah.
Yeah.
Right, so I'm going to start. We went on a school trip to Paris, which from Hartlepool is
Ooh,
about
lovely, love.
24 hours. And I was like, okay, I need some music with me. This is like pre-MP3s, all that
Yeah,
sort of stuff.
Walkman,
So
Offspring.
I had two CDs I took with me,
Eminem.
including. Can I see if we can guess them? See if we can guess them. This is like
What? Yeah.
2004, something
So-
like that.
My CDs at that time, 2004, there would have been a Linkin Park CD, a Tenacious D CD, like a Blink 182, a Green Day.
You're playing on the right ballpark here.
Sum 41.
If only it was
Oh,
Californication by Red Hot
okay.
Chili Peppers.
Yes.
Amazing.
And guess what my
course, of
other CD I took to Paris with me?
It's another Red Hot Chili Peppers.
By the way,
By the way.
Literally,
Amazing.
that was it. Soundtrack, 24 hours there, 24 hours back. Horrendous. I thought I'd bring, a similar vein. This one, a female artist, if you can guess it.
Alanis Morissette.
No. But better
Oh,
than that.
Avril Lavigne.
Oh,
Of course.
Yeah, it is.
Look how dated
The
these
only
things
one.
are. They're so cool.
It is.
They're
Have
so
you the
wonderful.
CD in them, or is it just the case?
No, of course I got the CD. Imagine if it's something even worse than that. Avril Lavigne, Let Go, with the little
Yeah.
star logo that she
Just
used to do.
Plain CD that says homework on it.
It's
not homework.
I
CDR.
mean, life's like this.
That'd be worth something someday.
And the next one is, when you hear a band and you're like, these are brilliant. These are going to be my favourite band in the world. And you've just heard the single.
Yeah.
Oh,
Right.
and then you buy the album and it's rubbish.
Yeah. And this is the worst album I've ever bought and ever will
What's this
own.
gonna be?
Ian Jury and the Blockheads.
I can think of the era.
2004.
2004, I think this song came
So-
out.
So an
And then this
amazing
album.
There's
single.
a possible Razor Light.
I
Is that
rushed
free?
down. I rushed down to Music Zone
Smash Mouth.
to buy it. No, I think that's too early, isn't it?
Was you hear it in a film or did you hear it just on the radio?
No, I was on the radio. It was a charting song.
Killers.
It's Lost Profits, isn't it?
No.
No, okay.
No. I wouldn't keep hold of that if it was.
Is it in the same vein as? Is it like kind of? This
Yes, very much same.
What
Like
did I have? At that time?
guitar led. You might not even remember this band. I think you will, but you might not remember it. You'll certainly remember their song, but you probably never thought about it since it
System
came
of a Down.
No, they're still great.
Yeah.
Brilliant. What are you
I'm
talking
just trying to
about?
think of stuff on that.
Okay, I'm going to tell you.
You
Yeah.
can't show us. Show us.
Because you're going to keep guessing it. It is the Rasmus
Oh, yes.
Dead Letters Special Edition. Yeah. In the Shadows. Brilliant song. I think you'll all agree.
Yes.
Listen to this. This is one of the worst albums I think
Yes.
I've ever heard in my entire life. It is so poor.
When I worked in a factory, there was a guy who put on all his favorite songs from the 70s and 80s, and the newest song in 2016 was Rasmus. That was like the freshest thing on there, and it was that song. So I heard that song about 6 times a day for 2 years.
It is still a good song.
Did you have an album like that, Tom, where you had it and you were just like, oh, wasting my money here?
Yes, and I used to think when I was young and naive that it was Battle for Los Angeles by Rage Against the Machine, because I remember buying that. I spent a lot of money on that, and I was like, it's got all the songs have got to be as good as Sleeping There in the Fire. And from my young ears, they weren't, as obviously I've evolved into it and I've grown into it.
I had the exact
What was
same
the
thing
other
with
one?
that album, because I did that with CKY Volume 1, and I listened to that and I didn't really like it that much as a kid. Now I love it. It's great. It's amazing.
Yeah.
But at the time, I was a bit too young for that type of, like, I didn't get the nuance
Yeah.
of Bam Margera's Brothers Band. But I get it now because I'm an adult and I'm an intellectual. I've got one for you. It was my mate gave me Nickelback Silver Side Up.
Yeah.
I don't think I even listened to it. I think I might put it on once and was like, oh, I'm done with this. But now I'd probably like it.
Origin and Symmetry.
Oh, okay.
So I was like, Newborn. Actually, there's probably 2 or 3 singles on that I like.
Yeah.
And the rest was just so jagged and weird and awkward.
so good.
I was like,
It's
surprised you
so
don't like
good.
that.
well,
It's so
Absolution
good.
was a bit more like radio friendly, a bit more like
Yeah.
it worked, but no, it's a bit naff and weird. Yeah,
It's so
it wasn't
sick.
Radiohead, and I didn't even like Radiohead then. But I already knew this was like, nah.
I saw them at Reading in 2010 or 11, and they played that in its entirety. And I remember I used to be into Muse, and I kind of fell out of love with them. And then they were playing. I'd seen them the year before, and I was like, oh, I'm done with this band. And they played that, and I was like, the whole way through, I was like, this is amazing. This is so good. Like, and I've gone back and listened to it, like the first album, that one, and Sing for Absolution. They're so good. They're just like so like. If you listen to like Muse now, it's like Coldplay with a distortion pedal, but like back then it was like, it's really it's like really horrible, and just that kind of early like late 90s kind of like Britishy kind of grittiness, kind of like under your fingernails kind of feeling to it. And
I find Muse are like Kings of Leon, which a band that I loved for a while, and now I'd be embarrassed to say that I'm into them or going to see them live.
I'm going to see Muse, and I'm well excited.
Yeah.
It's like, it's like the one place where there's probably 95% of people in the crowd are wearing Muse t-shirts. It's like that kind of crowd. Like
he says to the 2 men in. Never mind. Well, speaking of other bands, this is a band which were never good. But
There's more?
There's one more. There's one final CD,
excellent.
and then there's a couple other things in the Wonder Bag.
I'm ready. I'm warmed up.
Right. This is a CD, which I'm going to give you the context of why I've listened to this CD so much, which is, I don't know if you had the original Xbox, where you could put a CD into it and it would rip the tracks, and then you could play them during games. So
actually, can I just jump in there, because there was one year where my brother got an Xbox for Christmas and I got an Ordinary Boys CD for Christmas.
Nice.
And I remember putting the Ordinary Boys CD into the thing, and then we played Gears of War for like 3 weeks.
So he basically got 2 presents.
Yeah, he got 2 presents.
So this is a song which I can remember playing, like one of those like racing games like Need for Speed, because that was one where it was actually good because it was like listening in the car.
Need for Speed, or was it Midtown Madness?
It's one of those.
Because I had that and
generic racing game, which was good at the time. So this is the album I'm listening to on repeat. I think I only ever put 2 albums on there. One was now that's what I'll call music collection.
Sweet. Excellent.
And then I put this on there.
Ooh. So this is racing music to you or to us?
Yes, this is racing music. This is
hard
high
pumping.
octane.
It's the Mock Turtles.
It's Pendulum.
No.
I'm out then.
What year is this then?
Just pre-Pendulum. It's probably post the artist we talked about there.
Rock band or like a...
rock band.
Oh, it's Jet.
No, but I also
Oh.
have Jet at home, which I should have just brought them all down, dissected them all.
Yeah.
Been a very quiz-heavy episode, this really, hasn't it?
Yeah,
It's
we're
just
learning a
guessing
lot.
game. Well, I'll tell you, iconic cover, you might say.
This is going to break me.
Hard-Fi,
Oh.
stars of CCTV,
Oh.
of course.
I'm working with a guy at the minute, and his mate is the drummer for HARDEST. He keeps saying to me, he's like, "Oh, do you want to go?" And I'm like, "I'm not here."
Get me a ticket, because I have listened to this album from start to finish probably 200 times.
What's the
which
one
is
big something?
Cash
Going
Machine.
out
Go to
tonight.
Cash Machine.
Going
Oh,
out
that one.
tonight.
There's loads of great songs.
Live for the weekend.
Yeah,
That's it.
brilliant album. And I also brought, so when I went on that 24-hour journey to Paris, obviously you needed something to play it on. And this is not a Walkman, not made of money. This is a Goodman's disc thing, which if you moved it ever so slightly, it would just skip the whole thing. It was...
It didn't have the balancing gyroscope thing in it.
It was from Argos when it was probably like $8.99.
I was going to say, do you remember where you got it from?
Definitely from Argos.
Because I got
100%.
one, and it was from Comet.
Comet,
which no longer exists. Which, like,
Woolworths.
I don't know if it's the colour scheme, but reminds me of like a Halfords. Like, I have the same smell of a Halfords if you go into
The
one.
rubber smell.
As Comet, it's like, like washing machines, CD players. It made no sense. I don't think Curry's is even that, like, fucked with what it sells.
I don't know. That was the best job you could get when you were like 16. Like, we all got like retail jobs, and my mate Luke that worked in Halfords, it was like, oh mate, you've won. You got the best job. You just like hang around bikes all day and like fix people's cars. It was like, oh mate, that's elite retail.
My story about Comet is that I once went in there and bought a telly and a laptop, and I was sort of like, oh, can you do me a deal? Can you like give me a bit of discount? They gave us like 30 quid off. It literally went bust, the whole chain, like 2 weeks later, and I felt so responsible for having taken 30 quid off my order.
Yeah, that's what sank
bad.
the company.
Dealer. Like,
that was it.
Every kid that came in, just have what you want, mate. Yeah,
free for all.
Yeah.
The fine light I got, which is not something I own, but I found in my parents' house, and it is Oasis related, so I won't make you guess it. But
can we try and guess it?
No.
Oh.
Have a look at this.
Wow.
Oasis,
Look at that.
There and Then on VHS. Look at the cover, how stretched the image is.
Oh my God.
It is literally just any old bodge job. It is the most stretched looking cover. We'll flash it up big on the screen in the middle in a minute.
So what do we got?
An amazing set list. This is between the Main Road gig and they played Earl's Court in London. Okay. So it's basically, the best of that. It even has a little sort of message on the back as well, which is quite nice. So on the back it's got the set list, which some great songs on there, including Come Feel the Noise is their closer after I Am the Walrus.
That's the last two covers.
That's their last two songs on there.
Nice.
But have a look.
Did you watch that as a kid, or was that just in your house?
That's been acquired more recently, I think, even though
there's something really funny about like the idea of like watching a live gig now on your laptop. It's like there's something about that. It's like, oh, it's so innocent and nothing. But the idea of your dad buying that back in the early 2000s and late 90s as sitting down on his own and putting it in the player on the TV so no one else could use it, and just sat on his own watching Oasis live at Earl's Court.
Well, this is interesting. It's mixed by the guy that mixed the first two albums. So it's very authentic in its...
Yeah, I think it's 96 or 97 or something.
Should have been in your quiz, that. We should have tried to work out who it was.
But it's literally there.
Is it rewound?
Yes, of course it is. That's rewound.
Look at that.
Oh, so that's a nice bit of memorabilia. That's one for the table.
Yeah, it's for our pile.
That might be worth something.
Yeah, I might hang on to this. Yeah, that's a banging set list as well.
Yeah, I mean, it's like the perfect set list.
Not far from Nebworth or whatever, but yeah.
Is it one of those reversible covers where you can take it out and put it in backwards?
Stuff on the...
Just more track list and sort of info on the inside.
Buy the first two albums, look.
Yeah, there we are.
Lovely bit of
CD. Lovely bit of kit, that.
Stuff, that,
yeah.
Yeah. So you had this, but it wasn't yours? This was your dad's?
So my parents like to buy sort of antiques and random things, which...
Antiques?
To be... And, like collectibles and stuff.
Yeah.
If I was being... charitable, you'd say it's like an antique shop, their house. If I was being uncharitable, like a junk shop. But this was there on the top, and I was trying to find other Oasis stuff. That my actual CD, which I couldn't find, and I saw this, and I thought that's
an absolute find, mate.
Such a object of its time. It is absolutely great. 85 minutes.
You should put that in your bookshelf. Just have it in there.
Just one. I've got nowhere playing it.
There's
We should
no-
try and put it on the wall somehow. We should just
Just
Nail
stick
it.
it on.
It's actually
Yeah.
worth 300 quid, but we
Like
put a nail
Tony
through
Hawk's
it.
or something.
We're gonna we flash up how much that costs on eBay right now, and we'll see. We'll see. Yeah, here and then.
It
You know, be here
It looks
now.
so low
Be
effort.
here then.
Really, really
Yeah.
low effort. Just
That stretch
the
is
cover is hilarious,
unbelievable.
isn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and you wouldn't have noticed back then. You'd be like, "Oh, great! What great
Yeah, it's
product!"
like arty.
Yeah, it cost me like
Just been like, it's a square picture. Let's just portrait it.
This is slick looking. I do like the look of this. It's really cool.
Yeah.
Amazing. SMV?
Have to buy a video player.
yeah,
and
yeah.
then watch it.
It's a micro dot design, so they're the ones to blame for this.
Yeah,
Awful stretch work.
Let's look them up. Maybe they went out of business like Comet.
Jill Firmakovsky. That's what that picture.
Oh, yeah.
We'll get her on the podcast.
Yeah, she's
Yeah.
Jill?
Jill, if you're around,
Please
Come.
love some
Come to the-
insight.
come
What
to
was
the
it
cabin.
like? What was it like to be part of that? Be then, now, then, here. What's it called? Then and
There and then.
All right.
Here and then. There and then. Now and then. Yeah, 1996.
Oh, that's great.
Oasis.
Amazing, classic. Nice
I
bit of
wouldn't be
kit.
able to
That.
find any Oasis memorabilia in my house, which is a shame.
Mm.
Maybe I could find the broken CD case because it was in my brother's wardrobe for years. Like they've still got that wardrobe there. I wonder if it's still in there, like broken, like it was cracked, but the book was still in the case.
Well, we're still waiting on the paired reading.
Well,
Yes.
I'm going
Any
back
updates?
home this weekend, so I'll try to see if I
Gotta
can get the
find it.
paired reading
Gotta find it. Everything we talk about, we can just build.
going on the
into
wall.
the wall.
A collection
Yeah.
of garbage.
Yeah.
But
Like,
apart from not the reading award, obviously, that's not garbage.
No,
No,
that's
that's-
a prized possession.
Of course, yeah.
So, gents, another great episode.
Excellent episode. Loved it.
I want to say thank you to everyone at home for watching. Check us out on our social media channels right here on screen. And we'll see you next time on the Madfrit Podcast on the Road to Wembley live in 2025.